and hope I'm gonna wash away all.
Subscribe to the channel MDKS, yo, 2016. We're not taking no prisoners. We about to put this thing, you know what I'm saying, to a whole nother level. Alright, this is Mad Dog Killer Son. We got the legendary, the one and only, Swave Sevah in the building. What's up, Swave?
The one and only. There's some new rapper out there named Swave. Yo, listen, I don't know, he's not a battle rapper, but I keep getting my name tagged when he dropped videos on Worldstar. He wanted to do pay and have the video played on Worldstar. He is not me. Please, I'm the only Swave. I don't know what he Swave something else, but he's a fraud. Listen, my name was Swave before anybody else had this name. After niggas started, after I came out or whatever you want to say, when niggas started hearing from me, all of a sudden there's these other Swaves now. Cut it out, man. I want to know Swave Sevah, B.
Yo, you know, you must have read my mind because that was going to be my first question. The name Swave Sevah. You know, when I was growing up, like, you wouldn't make a name for yourself. You be given a name. You know, that's like the era I came from. Like your friends, your homies, that you do something or you whatever you do, they be like, oh, that's your name right there, and that's it. It stick with you. How'd you get Swave Sevah, man? What's that about?
Oh man, well the Sevah, I'm gonna just put it in order. Swave I had it since I was about 3 years old, bro. That's why I say I'm the only one, because Swave was given to me. It's not a name that I made up.
Okay.
It's a name that was actually given to me by my father.
Wow.
And my father, for you to understand where it comes from, you have to understand my pops. Now my pops, my pops is a hilarious dude. He has a history of, if he meets you, he'll make up a word to fit your character. So all my friends growing up, he had names for them. You know what I mean? If you didn't have a name from my pops, that means he ain't really meet you, or he really didn't get to know you long enough to fill your character out to give you a name. Wow. You know what I mean? Okay. Like I have an older brother. My father named my brother Benuti.
Benuti.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Benuti. Now the name for my brother came from my brother, for some reason, until he was about 10 years old, used to come home, and you know how they be like, change out of your school clothes?
Yeah.
Instead of changing into some house clothes, he'll just walk around ass naked. My mother have company in the house, and they'll walk around his little dick swinging. You know what I mean? And my father named him Benuti. Like, yo, Benuti, my brother hate that name. To this day. You know, like, nobody calling him Benuti. But my pops saying we call him Benuti. My brother just gotta eat that.
Damn.
You feel me? So Swave came from me stealing all the time when I was little. And I wasn't doing it on purpose. It's not like I was just a straight up klepto.
Right.
It's just that I didn't know better. My father's a chess player, and he used to take me to my Uncle Charles' house, who was the chess opponent. They used to spend hours playing chess. You know, Uncle Charles would come over here, or we'd go over there. But whenever I would leave with chess pieces in my pocket. So, like, and you know, sometimes it takes something so smooth and natural that nobody really see it. It's always when you're trying to be sneaky, you get caught. When you natural with it, you don't really get caught. And I was just natural. He'll take me in the store, I walk out with chips, look at me eating chips, like, yo, I ain't pay for those. You know what I mean? It was just like nobody did. I just always wound up with something in my pocket or something in my hand. And he was just like, yo, you a little smooth ass thief. So he made up a name that sounds like a smooth thief to him, which is Swave. And that's where my name came from.
That's dope, and I play chess, so you know, chess is about taking pieces and strategizing and stuff. So
now, not to cut you off, but the funny part is this is a story from my father. I don't remember this because again I was 3 years old. But he said my father told me, he was like, yo, as many times as I used to walk out with chess pieces, it always amazed him how I always was still the king or the castle. Those are the two pieces I always stole, either the castle or the king. And he always looked at me as like, yo, that's a sign. Like, you're going to be the king of your castle. Like, you're going to be the king of whatever you choose to do. But for some reason, that king piece always was the one that intrigued me enough to put that in my pocket. I ain't touch no porn. I ain't touch nothing. I would
that's interesting because the king is the most important piece on the board. It's not the most powerful. It's the most important.
Now, the most powerful is the queen.
Right.
So it's the most important. You're right.
And the castle protects the king. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, that's dope. I'm glad I'm getting. This is. I hope this gets a lot of views because if anyone can give you a history lesson on hip hop and battle rap, it's got to be Swave Sevah. And I'm gonna set it up like this, leading into the next question. To me, you and Team Homi is almost like the mob. I go to a lot of events. There's a lot of bloggers that blog, but I also go to a lot of events. And I always see you, man. I always see you or Team Homi or somehow team at any event, RBE, URL. It's like you guys are everywhere. It's almost like you got to be careful not to say nothing crazy about Team Homi because you go and see them.
Yeah, I got a flyer on the wall everywhere, bro. And truthfully, I kind of designed us to be that way.
Okay, just speak on it. Speak on it.
To be real, it's not going to be any event you go to where there won't be a member of Team Homi not present. Even if it's one of us. Somebody in that room is Team Homi. I don't care where we are. I don't care where you at. You're either going to see me, you're going to see Buzz, Money Bag, you're going to see some Rock, you're going to see IT, you're going to see Penn, you're going to see Sarah, you're going to see, you know what I mean? You're going to see Angela, you're going to see Stack, you're going to see, I can run down the line, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, my brother PH, they are to Sean Price, you know what I mean? But when they was around, we saw them everywhere, so we're part of this community, and y'all gonna know we're part of this community. You know what I mean? And we're gonna play intricate parts of the community. So even if we're not battling, we're part of the event somehow.
I respect that, and I'm old school, man. When I see y'all line up and crowd around, remind me of a posse, man. Remember when back in the days you didn't have a gang in New York? We'd have posses, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we have gang, we have posse. Truthfully, Team Homi is my posse, bro. That's my family. We call ourselves the Homily.
The Homily.
We family, man. And it's deeper than rap. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people look at Team Homi as a battle rap group. We're not a battle rap group, bro.
Nah.
Truthfully, if you take us all, it's not even half of Team Homi that battles. The Team Homi members that battles are just good killers. So it fits, but there's more than half of us that don't battle than there is that battle.
Now we got the Swave down, and then the Swave Sevah. Now I was nervous. I didn't want to ask the question because I'm like, damn, is there some dude and some nigga in Wu-Tang or you know what I'm saying, some Chinese flick that I missed? And there's a Swave Sevah, and it's like, because I grew up on Five Deadly Venoms, you know what I'm saying, the Shaolin Monk, or like the Killer, Master Killer. So I'm like, Swave Sevah sound like an undiscovered, you know what I'm saying, karate flick grandmaster or some shit to me.
Yeah, well, I got my hand dabbed in that field too.
Okay.
I'm nice in that too, but the Sevah came from me actually battling in the off-camera era.
Oh.
You know, battle rap is like street ball. You know what I mean? No street ball. Any street baller that gave himself his name ain't really authentic out here in street ball. Off-camera era battling reminds me a lot of A1 because you got your name, you had your rep, you had your tricks. Everybody had their own little tricks of doing it. They freestyle or they punchlines or whatever it was. And this is what you got recognized for. You know what I mean? Especially in Harlem. And in Harlem, you know, I got my name for cutting heads off on here, B. And everybody will always say I severed the head off. Or, you know what I mean? It's funny how Danger's own got the little off with your head slogan because way back in the days, that was my slogan, off with his head. And that's what Sevah came from. Like everybody would say I severed his head off. So, you know, Swave Sevah came with the battle ever when I first started honing my battle skills, you know what I mean? And the streets, though. There wasn't no league, no events popping where everybody was battling. This was block to block. Oh, he nice over there? I heard about niggas that come to my block. Yo, I heard about you being for my man. Like, all right, well, let's see what your man got. And they would leave with their feelings hurt, with their ego busted. You know what I mean? Went down a notch, went back down to earth a little bit. And that's what it was. So that's where Sevah came from. So my name's Swave Sevah, as weird as it may sound, as hard as it may be to pronounce to some people, it has meaning. Like the saga.
You know what? Yo, Swave, stop doing this, man. Stop doing this. You killing me, man.
I was just a shock to be my next opponent. No, man, it's crazy.
Yo, I swear to God, I'm going to send you a screenshot of my questions, and you were like, anyway. So, the saga. That's the next thing. Talk to me. What is that? You got to let me know what that means. Because I didn't see, this came out of nowhere. I was like, Wade, Swave Sevah, the saga featured event. I'm like, hold. I'm like, yo, hold on. I got to get Swave on the line. What's going on with that?
No, it's something I've been doing for a while. My introduction back to you all around. And it's just something we've been scheduled to go down for a while. Got pushed back a 1,000 times, but it's here now.
Okay.
And it's time. It's time. It's time. Saga. It's time. Every now and then I get these. In Saga case, I guess you could say the spirit. The spirit had me. And,
you're a funny nigga.
It gave me a name.
You're a funny nigga.
It gave me a name of my next victim.
Yo, just listen. Do not catch the power up there, man. I don't know if you know how the old Baptist church and the Christian, they catch the power and they start speaking in tongues. Do not do that, man. I will fall out. All right? Please.
If I start speaking in tongues, it's because the spirit got me.
Oh shit! You know what? I'm not gonna mess. You got so many angles with this dude, with the porn, with the Christian battle rapper that's busting his gun. I don't even have to. I already know you already got enough angles. I just want to see how you put it together. That's all I want to see. Well, I appreciate that. Now, all I can say is the saga is a genius because when he did some of the stuff he did in 2015, he just gave battle rappers like a holy grail on what, and no pun intended, but a holy grail on how to come at this dude. People want to battle the saga now.
Yeah, they do. People. Yeah, I think people is actually getting a wind of. I think they're trying to see his weaknesses.
He's good though. He's good. Don't sleep.
He's good. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, so everybody wanted me to talk trash about Saga when they asked me about him. They wanted me to talk about him being garbage and he can't mess with me. Well, I can tell you he can't mess with me, but him being garbage, I can't tell you that. But I don't think he's garbage. I don't think he's garbage. I actually think that if he's extra, it takes a little bit more talent for what he does. And I'm saying that because of his faith, he's put into a box that he can't cross certain lines without running the risk of sounding non-believable. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
When you make it this far in battle rap without crossing them lines, it will be hard to do. You know what I mean? It's very hard for somebody to stay. Half these battle rappers ain't who they say they are. More than half. And, some people may exaggerate the truth. Some people may just be flat out lying to you. Just to make themselves sound tough or more appealing to the audience that listens to this stuff. Saga's not doing that. He's true to who he is, and because of his faith, there's not too much real gangster stuff you can allow he's allowed to say, and to find creative ways to put it and uphold your faith and not really cross the line is a challenge in itself.
I'm glad you mentioned that, and I think URL a lot of times get put in a box. First of all, it's been a little bit of a hiatus, I want to say, from you being on the main stage or being on URL, and it's in Pittsburgh. DOA is in Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's another strange thing, another twist. You know what I'm saying? Almost going to Real Deal hometown, if you will. But URL is put in a box, I think, because first thing you think is gun bar battle rappers, and I think that's so unfair. URL has some of the most creative and some of the most versatile battle rappers. Yes, they're known for gangster, gun bars, but if you could put Swave Sevah versus the Saga as their featured event, you can't say that this is just a gun bar battle. This is not going to be just I'ma shoot you in the headshot. This is going to be some creative shit. Like, I want to hear this thing. You know what I'm saying? What's your feelings on that?
I don't know what Friday won't say to me, but I know on my end it's creativity at its best.
Okay.
Like real talk. And it's a perfect battle to display creativity because of the worlds colliding. You know what I mean?
All right.
So I think it's gonna be an interesting display. And as far as what you were saying about being a gun bar place, it only got that rep because of the origin. It came from the streets. Like DVD was distributed throughout the streets. And it blew up in the streets. So URL is derived from Smack DVD, and because Smack DVD had its reputation, URL got it. You know what I mean? So, and then, the audience are mainly street audience. Like, over the years, the audience has grown, so it's grown past the street, but the main core audience is a bunch of street dudes. You know what I mean? With the street audience. So that's why I got the rep that it had. But I do think over the years, it surpassed this being that. They had tons of different kind of talent come bless that stage and come bless that whole league, you know what I mean? So it's versatile now, and I started out in grind time, and part of the reason why I was so happy and I preferred grind time at one point is because of the versatility. Because I thought URL was only catered to street. And I've been a street nigga all my life. It's easy. I've been battling street people all my life. It's easy. It was like karate tournaments to me. Grind time was like karate tournaments to me. It's like I walk on that mat and I never know what discipline I'm about to face. I just gotta have the confidence that what I know can beat it. Or that I know I can get around whatever they want to throw at me. You know what I mean? That whatever I was taught will be superior. I would just have to have that confidence and that know-how. But the fact that, I fought street niggas all my life as a martial artist, you know how many people I put down in the street? And it got to the point where it was unfair to me because they don't know what I know. You understand me?
Right.
And it's just like in tournaments, these people actually do know something. You know what I mean? Right. My sister used to always tell me, everybody thinks they know how to fight until they learn how to fight. And then you realize you ain't no shit. You know what I mean? And that's what I tell people now. Like everybody's supposed to know. Everybody thinks they can get out here and go with the best of them. Until you go with the best of them and get knocked on your ass. And then you realize, okay, hold on. And then when you start training and you see the science behind fighting, you realize, damn, I ain't know nothing. You know what I mean? And that's how I was growing up in martial arts. Because I always told I was, you know what I mean? My father always been a martial arts. I always been a martial arts for one. I grew up with a grandmaster as a father. So my punishment is based in martial arts. So
wait, hold up, Swave. Hold up, Swave. Your father was playing chess and a grandmaster in martial arts?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm telling you. And he was a street dude, and I got stories about him with that. But my father was he was a hell of a dude, man. He was a hell of a dude.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's great. You know what? It's nice. It's nice that, and not to jump topic, but it's nice that you know all of that about your father. There's so many dudes growing up, they don't know nothing about their father, and you know when I'm talking to you, you got so many layers to your being. Is deep. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I honestly say I'm not one of those dudes that grew up without. Like, don't get me wrong, there's been a time when my father had to disappear, and I grew out for years of not having him in my life. And it was crucial years, in the young years where I needed my pops around, and that's what made me turn to the street, you know what I mean? Because the relationships that he had out there in the street, when he disappeared, a lot of his boys was looking out for me. And it made me go into the street, you know what I mean? So I was blessed that, you know what I mean, to have those figures in my life. But my father did stay away for, I 35 years he was gone, and after that, you know what I mean, he was back living in Detroit, and it was on and popping. Like, again, like, you know, we had to do some reconnecting and all that, but it was never no love lost. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really one of those dudes that sit here and talk about, yeah, I ain't have a father, but I had a great father. You know what I mean? I still got a great father. He's still here. He lives in Detroit, and he's still around. So, you know what I mean? That's my G. That's my old G, my old man. That's what it is. He taught me some of the codes I live by to this day.
You know what? That right there is gonna be one of my blogs coming up, the G code, man. I feel that's gonna be something I'm gonna call you back on. We're gonna have another conversation. The G code I feel is being compromised because of the internet stuff. See? I ain't even had to say nothing. You already know where I'm going.
The G code been compromised.
Hell yeah. Just make sure you think about that. That's going to be something I actually need to talk to a couple people on, and you definitely going to be the forefront of that. But
you got to make sure you talk to niggas who broke that G code, man. Call them out, B. Niggas got to know, like, yo, you're not living right. Like, you're doing something different. Like, whoa.
And I hate to throw names out there, but I feel Math is somebody that might know something about the G code. I know you do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a couple other heads. I want to talk to Cortez about that. You know, there's a certain code that you...
Head Ice. I get Head Ice on that about the G code, but he knows it well, too. Mm-hmm.
Who was the next dude? Who was the last? Who am I forgetting?
Is it fair to put Loaded Luck up there with that one battle, man? That he lost?
That he lost? Shots fired. Wait, say that again. You said he lost?
What's one battle they put him up there for?
Oh, yeah, for clips. With the paperwork. With the paperwork.
My fault. The Mook battle wasn't even 2015.
No. He got killed with Mook. I don't think Luck should have been in there, honestly, for 2015. I think he had a great battle. One battle. And to be honest with you, his performance.
It's my Harlem native. I fuck with Lux. I'm a big Lux fan, but I think that a lot of people give him a lot of credit, and I'm not gonna say he don't deserve it, but I'm like, there's other people that being looked at more over the years. Cause not that he wouldn't be looked at more, but he don't battle enough, and he damn sure ain't battle as much as some of the people you just named for him to have that spot. You know what I mean?
I agree, but you know what people say? You gotta look at a Lux battle 10 times. Like, you gotta look at, his rounds over and over and over again so that you could like it.
Yeah, but is that a good thing?
I don't think it's fair, but that's what some bloggers and some battle rappers, I don't know who's, like, to me, if I buy an album, the first time I hear it, I may not like it. But then if I hear a song...
It might grow on you. Yeah, I get it. I heard 1,000 albums that did that. So, I guess, it just ages better. That's all it is.
Right, but battle rap, you don't...
compared to milk type shit.
Right. But I don't know. Is that fair? Is that fair to the guy he's battling, that somebody says, well, if you battle Lux, you got to keep listening because you keep missing shit, so you got to listen for this this high tech bar or this high tech scheme, and then you listen to it more and more, and you be like, oh, it means this to me. It's almost like the Bible. It's like people interpret it different ways. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I hear you. I don't know. That's I gotta do further investigation in that, man, because I don't know if that's there either.
All right, well, I'm so.
Me, man. I put my balls in people's faces, man. I don't want you to have to look at it 10 times. That's probably you know what? It's probably a smart thing as far as views. Let's know what he's doing. That's why he got all these damn views. Everybody got to look at him all the time to get it. You feel me?
Right.
So,
Right.
and as far as views, it's a smart strategy. But, me, I ain't really with that. I put it right in your face. My boss, I want you to get it the first time, but I don't want to keep repeating myself. And you rewinding me is making me repeat myself.
Right.
Keep bringing back my battle. That's going to make me repeat myself, man.
We'll move on with the Danny Myers. Maybe there was some other deserving people, but I thought he worked hard in 2015.
Danny Myers. Now the question was, do he deserve? To be honest with you, I think Danny Myers. I don't think he deserves a top 10 spot.
Ooh. Okay.
No, I don't. But that's my preference.
Right. Okay.
He's not my preference.
Okay.
I don't watch. Danny Myers is not one of my go-to battle rappers, but I'm in the mood to watch the battle. He's not one of my people. Oh, let's go Danny Myers down his drop. Oh, let me check it out.
Okay.
In fact, the fact that I'm battling him coming up, these are the most Danny Myers bars I think I ever watched. Nothing against Danny because he's a cool dude. And he is an animal on stage, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it's not my preference. I think that some of his bars are a little far-fetched. You know what I mean?
Okay. I think
it's not something I'm into.
I think Danny is very creative when he writes, and I think that he's very animated, and it's for a certain crowd. Like if you didn't grow up in that era where, I grew up in an era where you stand on a corner with a 40 ounce with your boys and you look into every car that drive by. Danny Myers' bars is not going to fit into that type of mode. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I feel what you're saying though. He can be entertaining, but he's not normally your cup of tea. I get it.
He said things sometimes that make me go, really? You know what I mean? It made me question the fans, because fans are going crazy over some of the stuff he says. And then you know what kills me? I always get people, I might go crazy for a ball, and then when the battle come out and they see it again, they be like, damn. It kind of remind me of that murder, his style remind me of that murder moon ball. That he said to look, like, hypocritical, like a giant hippopotamus. Yo, when he first said that, everybody went crazy. Like it was the hottest thing. As soon as everybody started dwelling on that line and the battle dropped, everybody was like, yo, are you serious? Yeah, it's like, I should have let it slide the first time.
But Swave,
you know what I mean?
Swave,
that's why it was horrible.
No, you're right, but you know more than anybody else that being in the building and watching it on camera later, two different. That's why people don't understand clips. Clips in the building is a hard dude to beat, man. His voice just resonates.
Yeah, everybody getting on clips about that, my gun style. In the building, they went crazy for it. Now that you got the chance to sit home and rewind and reanalyze all that, everybody's making different judgment about the line now. You know what I mean? But, it's a whole bunch of lines like that in battle line.
Yo, Swave, man, you killing me, man. That papoose.
Bro, I'm only giving you the truth, though.
You are.
This is one of my brothers. Like, I ain't taking no shot at him. This is something I've been reading. They got mad Facebook posts about the line. Everybody on Twitter talking about the platform ball. It's like, yo. But I was in the building when he said it. And when he said it, it erupted in the building. I think a lot of people being la-la-land after the event. And it's a lot of monkey see, monkey do. You see, everybody else around you respond, so everybody else want to respond. And I think that's been going on in battle rap a long time. Some niggas I call them on it. You know what I mean? Some niggas be reacting to shit that don't make sense. And I'll be calling them like, yo, what do you meant by that? And they don't even know what to tell me. And I'll be like, yo, what you cheering for? You don't even know what he meant. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I feel you. Right. There was a couple of times I was in I'm trying to remember what battle it was, but I was there and I'm like, yo, what did he say? And the dudes around me was going crazy. I'm like, yo, what did I miss? Because I thought I was listening to it. They're like, I don't know. Everybody else is screaming. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, see, it's a lot of that, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that. Because television does not really paying attention. Y'all just there to be a part of the crowd. I just want to be followers. Ain't no leaders in the battle rap audience, man. And I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that nobody has their own opinion in a battle rap audience. Everybody just want to react when they see people around them reacting. You know what I mean? But you can't even tell me the key ball with what you reacted to or what he meant with that ball mean. I ain't get it. At the time I get it, I just be playing with niggas like, well, I ain't get it. What do you meant by that? And niggas can't even tell me, or they tell me some bullshit. You show me like, yo, what's that? What are you talking about, man? You know what I mean? Like, you just reacting to shit that's in your head, man.
That's true, but I swear, Swave, there's some dudes, like, I ain't gonna lie, I be trying to get, when I'm in the crowd, I try and get next to some real niggas, but then I also try and stand next to some nerd dudes, because they be catching everything, man. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, what he meant? They be like, yo, you don't watch the Power Rangers? You don't watch, yo, he said this character off of, Pokemon, and I'll be like, oh, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the shit.
That better, though. If this nigga guy didn't tell me the truth, like, oh, nah. Because don't get me wrong, there's a new style of rap, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't be getting a lot of this stuff, so I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a Dragon Ball Z watcher. Nigga be having wild Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that was the next one.
And I don't be getting it. And, I would have to ask somebody. Niggas that have to tell me, like, yo, let's this, that, and third. So some of these lines don't be hitting to me. But a lot of people be quoting them back. Niggas be loving the ball. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck that mean? There's a lot of shit. Sometimes when niggas go crazy with their words, it sound like niggas speaking in tongues. What are you talking about? Like, it don't even sound like English sometimes. It don't even sound like you're making a complete sentence.
Well,
what are you talking about? Like,
well, I'm glad I'm not alone. I'm glad I'm not alone because I share the same. If they said something about Voltron, the Thundercats, He-Man, you know what I'm saying? I could get with all of those. But some of this.
I could get with those, but the problem is they can't. They young. They don't know that shit.
Yeah, well, they need to get up with that, man. Decepticon, something. Give me something. But Team Homi versus Writer's Block.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say it again. Team Homi versus Writer's Block. I had a talk with ARP. This is legendary. This is, to me, on this scale, I've not seen an event that pits two groups solely against each other. There's no random other battle on the card. This is, every member is Team Homi. Every member is, Writer's Block.
Not every member, but every person on the card is a member of it.
You want to elaborate on that? What are we missing?
I mean, when you say every member, there's way more members than Team Homi.
Yeah. We're right.
I don't have Ill Will on the card. What we was trying to get Ill Will is Daylight. But Daylight declined. And
Lot of Zay.
There was contractual. We couldn't get a couple other people because of contract issues. So it was just like we had to go with what we had, which was the starting five that they had. That was my starting five that was available from Team Homi.
Well, I gotta be.
It turned out to be a pretty good card.
I think Writer's Block is dope, but when I looked at the card and I looked at the matchups and I really thought about it, my first instinct was to just say Writer's Block because they have such good battles when they go against each other. But then when I thought about the wave that Team Homi has been on, and I'm gonna say it. your boy Moneybags went the hell off on his last battle against Cyborg. He went bananas. Jay Murder's quietly been on it. Okay, go ahead, talk about it.
It's about to be Moneybags. This battle is about to do for Moneybags that he's been wanting battles about to do for a long time.
See, I know Swave. Go ahead, talk on it.
Name, and he got B-Magic.
That's
so he's a waiting for a name of his caliber. And Moneybags is one of the nicest people I know. And he hasn't really had the chance to really make a name like that in battle rap for being that type. And I think, don't get me wrong, whenever you see a Moneybag battle, for the most part, people always side with it.
Right.
But he's not one of those go-to people that people will go to watch when it comes to battle rap. And I think this battle is about to change.
I agree with you.
Not to be magic. To be magic is my dude.
Right.
Moneybag is my family.
Right.
Be Magic is one of my favorite battles. But I don't think he's going to. I heard Moneybag bars, but I don't think. I don't want to get nothing away, but I just don't think he's ever going to happen.
Well, I think it's a perfect storm, and I think that battle has all the components to be a classic, if you think about it.
Yes, it does.
Right?
Yes, it does.
B-Magic's coming off of a shaky performance where he choked, I think.
I heard about it, but I haven't.
Right, and I'm not going to dwell on that because B-Magic's one of my better battle rappers. I do like listening to him. I actually like him, JC. I like a lot of them. I like a lot of the Writer's Block dudes. I do. But I will say this. You guys are coming into this like I want to say the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like Golden State Warriors. You guys are coming in hot. You know what I'm saying? I think you had your last couple of performances been really good. Jay Murder's performance has been really good. I think Team Homi's coming in there on some, we going to show y'all what a real click is. Because Writer's Block...
This was something that needed to happen.
All right.
It's a little bit overdue.
Okay.
And rest in peace to my brother PH, man. I love you so much, bro. Miss you so much, bro. PH been trying to get a Team Homi versus whatever team or league for the longest before he passed. So, I'm upset we couldn't have made it happen for us to see it or be here physically to be present or to even be on the card. But he's with us still in our hearts, and I'm pretty sure he's looking down on us like, I know y'all gonna steal these shit, man. Like, I know PH would have been proud of it today. So that was one thing I kept in mind.
I believe words have power, and his energy probably helped make this happen, even though he's, like we used to say back in the days, even though somebody died, they still here. You know what I mean? Their essence is still around.
I believe that's it.
You keep him alive through spoken words. Every time you say his name, every time you reminisce, he's still here. So that's how, I had to deal with a lot of losses growing up, so that's how we did it. Swave, you got 2 battles back to back. You got DOA, and then like in 2 weeks you got to battle Danny Myers. Is there? Now I know you have no problem sitting on bar. Is that too many? Is that too close? Or are you all right with that?
I'm still with it. Listen, I don't normally take battles this close together.
I know that.
But everybody mentioned it, and it's like I can't do it. Like they say, listen, I just want to feel like this. Writing ain't never been a problem.
Okay.
But not with me. I can write a battle in a day. My whole thing is strategized. And my strategy for Saga been mapped out. Mine is totally strategized. I gotta write 4 phones. Like, it's supposed to go down in August of 2015.
Oh, okay.
They got 4 phones all the way to now. So I'm busy with my strategy for Saga. It's all about strategizing for my end now. So I'm really not prepared for 2 battles at the same time. I really got one already. And I'm one is being crafty. I mean, they both crafty. You know, But it's a 2-week process.
Okay.
My own vet battle was ready.
How long does it take you to get prepared for a battle? Does it take a week, 2 weeks? Once you have the strategy mapped out, how long does it take you to get your shit down?
Once I have my strategy mapped out for what I'm going to do for each round, because, I try to do each round different. You know what I mean? But or if I do 2 rounds, if I make 2 rounds of bars, then one of my rounds is going to be real tough. You know what I mean? Or my main tag be the memorization.
That's what I'm saying. How long does it take you to get it down? A week.
So I normally try to find ways to help memorize it. One of the things that works for me is I pick it to beat. I try to kick what I wrote to beat. I try to make everything fit into a beat. So that way I learn how to play with the flow. And I'll play it to different beats, not only the same beat. Like I'll play it to like 5 different beats. Fast beat, slow beat, medium speed beat. You know what I mean? Just so I can learn to play with the flows and the words that fit with each other. So that way, once I got it down past the beat, acapella saying it ain't nothing. So first of all, shout out Mad Dog. We're looking on the interview going in the platform to speak on. So shout out to you for one.
Appreciate that.
Shout out to Team Homi. My niggas, go cop my album, Son of a One-Armed Man, on iTunes. Go to that place to download that Words to Live by my EPs. You can download the Team Homi mixtape, Yellow Tape there. You can download my Team Homi brothers, Bugs and Money Bag, the Boss Effect. They got they volume.
Oh, that is a fire track right there.
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Seen that video.
Hey, yeah, we do it all. So shout out to all that. Shout out to XL. He got his album The Difference on iTunes. Go get that support. And the Killer Swave is back, people. And my first display is on February 13th against the Tigers. Where you want me on stage. 2 weeks after that, February 27th at Club Pearl in Queens. We on RBE for the Starter 5 event. And my second display will be against Danny Myers. So be there or pick up the pay-per-views, however you want to do it. You know what I mean? If you're in Pittsburgh, come on out. You know what I mean?
That's
right. Saga like the co-main event, I believe. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time, man. That's my sister, so, she's pretty much right. If you call her, you need me. She called me, you got me. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what she said.
What it is.
Well, I salute you. I'm backing you guys. I'm backing Team Hobby on the 27th. If y'all don't know, y'all better know. Mad Dog Killer Son is backing them. I'm coming out the box early, and my predictions is I'm gonna do a prediction blog, but that's gonna be my prediction. Team Hobby is gonna win, and I'm gonna go.
Right.
And I'm gonna go out on them.
Too.
Yeah, you bet. 2-game winning streak right there. You know
I think so. I think I keep it real. I put on Twitter earlier that my goal is to win Battle of the Year for 2016 and to decline it because I really don't want that shit. But I'm going to show y'all that I'm a different nigga.
All right. I need to see that. I know you can do it. I want to see it. That's all.
I'm going to do it.
All right. Well,
then, ain't no doubt in my mind.
Well, here's a promise. We're going to have a conversation midway through the year and see where we at.
Yeah, all right. The conversation going to go a whole lot different. You're going to be like, yo, Swave, you killing them out there? Yo, son, who's next on the list? Who going to get that? That's how it's going to go.
Well, I got your number now, so I'm going to just check on you every so often. I ain't one of them dudes that just, you know what I'm saying, just talk to you in an interview, and then when something happens, just, what happened? I'm going to talk to you every so often, for sure.
For sure. I welcome it.
All right, man. Stay up. Be safe. Wish you the best of, I ain't going to wish you luck. I already know what you're going to do. Handle your business, my dude.